Tonight's broadcast is made possible by Strack & Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. Crowell Insurance Company, the insurance superheroes. Ironworkers Local 395, proud to be union. Four Seasons Mechanical, quality and comfort is our guarantee. Boilermakers Local 374, earn while you learn. Pulse Technology, leading the way in technological innovation for over 70 years. Visit Michigan City LaPorte, closer than you think, better than you imagine. IBEW Local 697, proud to support high school sports. Bricklayers Local 4, the best hands in the business. Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. Blythe's Team Sports, where the athlete shops. And Hampton Inn, downtown Indianapolis. This is the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to Baseball Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network. We come to you tonight from Crown Point High School as the Region Sports Network presents live coverage of Indiana high school baseball as the Chesterton Trojans travel to take on the Crown Point Bulldogs. I'm Cab Malater, now the play-by-play for tonight's action. Once again, good evening, everybody. What a fun night of high school baseball this is shaping out to be. You have the teams that sit in first and second place in the Duneland Conference. Crown Point at 7-1, trying to secure first place with a win tonight over 8-0 Chesterton. I think preseason people thought Chesterton team was going to be a quality ball club. I don't think anyone thought through 8 games in the conference they would be 8-0 in front of Crown Point, in front of Valparaiso, the reigning state champions, and a Lake Central team that's had a surprisingly sluggish start to conference play this season. And including this great matchup, we've got a great pitching matchup on tap for you tonight. We'll get to that in a little bit, but a couple of quick bullet points for you all. Crown Point 15-2 overall, trying to bounce back after a home loss a couple of days ago to Portage, their first conference loss of the year. Meanwhile, this is a Chesterton team that recently had their 12-game winning streak snapped, so they're hoping to get back to their winning ways tonight. It's time now for the game night forecast, brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Tonight's forecast is a cool 55 degrees, a light breeze, which makes the feels-like temperature 49 degrees. We'll have some wind, like I said, a gust of about to 12 miles per hour, which is why we're getting that feels-like temperature. Precipitation-wise, we're pretty clear throughout the entire day. There was a threat of rain earlier in the day. It has subsided, so we should have at least a clear night, free for baseball. And I guess either way, doesn't matter. We have an artificial surface on tap here at Crown Point High School. That's the game night forecast, brought to you by Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. With a 24/7 emergency service, comfort isn't far away. You see on your screen right now the reason for the delay. Chesterton got here just a short time ago, so they're currently doing their infield warm-ups right now. So we'll hopefully have first pitch for you soon. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the lineups in today's starting pitchers. That's all coming up next. You're watching Baseball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Get Pulse Technology on your team. Hit a home run with our managed print and copier services, IT and technology solutions, office furniture and design services, office supplies, scoreboards, and AV solutions.
Have you heard? Strack & Van Til was voted Best of the Region 2025 in several categories, including Best Caterer, Deli, Flower Shop, Food and Grocery Delivery, Fried Chicken, Place to Buy Produce, Place to Buy Seafood, Loyalty Program, and Grocery Store. We're proud to be recognized by our community, and we're committed to continuing to deliver the variety, value, and convenience you deserve. See for yourself what it means to be the best when you shop at Strack & Van Til.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more. Visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Company's Insurance Professionals, Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Tonight's batting orders are powered by Great Lakes Sports Hub, where athletes train harder, recover smarter, and compete at their best. Elevate your game at the Hub. We start with the visitors from Chesterton High School. The Trojans 15-4 overall. They're 8-0 in the Duneland Conference. Rob Zarnicki, the center fielder, will lead things off. Troy Barrett is the starting pitcher. He'll bat second and will bat for himself. Eli McClellan is the first baseman, batting third. Caden Hackett, the catcher, will clean things up. Gary Kirkland at third base will string together the lineup in the 5 spot. The designated hitter tonight is the 6-hole hitter, Dylan Bradford. Ethan Glassman is the shortstop. He'll bat 7th. Nate Redmond's in right field batting 8th. And Isaiah Prater will bat 9th and play second base. Not hitting but playing defense today will be Cameron Campbell out in left field for Chesterton. For the home-sided Crown Point Bulldogs, they are 15-2 overall, 7-1 in conference play. Their lone loss coming on April the 29th. Nathan Sheets, the second baseman, lead things off, followed by Kaden Matusik at shortstop. Sean Dunlap, the highly touted recruit and MLB prospect, will bat third and will catch today. Connor Gaines, the designated hitter, will bat fourth. Andrew Long plays third base and will bat fifth. In right field is the 6-hole hitter, Carson Payne. Connor Trapp plays first base and will bat seventh. Brody Langians will play center field and will bat eighth. And batting ninth today is the left fielder, Namikos Zoronius. Again, he's in left field. And the pitcher who will not be batting for himself, Logan Johnston. Our starting pitching matchup tonight. It's time now to introduce the starting pitchers for today's game, which means we turn to the Enigenberg Exteriors Home Improvement Hurlers for today, presented by Enigenberg Exteriors. For Crown Point, they will send Logan Johnston to the mound. He's a right-handed pitcher with a 5-0 record on the year, and he's currently Crown Point's team leader in a whole bunch of statistical categories. For Chesterton today, they will counter with left-hander Troy Barrett, who has been the best pitcher throughout the region. He is 6-0 with Players.com. First pitch is coming up shortly here on the Region Sports Network. Stay with us. This is Baseball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I've received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
IBEW Local 697 isn't just wiring buildings. We're woven into the very fabric of Northwest Indiana. We're your neighbors. Our kids go to school with yours. We stand in the same bleachers cheering for the same high school teams. When you hire a union electrician, you're not just getting the highest quality work. You're supporting our community. IBEW Local 697, proudly powering our own.
Sometimes the hardest part of improving your business isn't coming up with a great idea. It's knowing what to do with it. Chester Inc. Architectural and Construction Services is ready to meet all your industrial and commercial construction needs. Whether it's a small build-out or a complete construction project, Chester will design, build, and finance. Our team eliminates multiple contractors, providing you a single point of contact while staying within your budget. Chester Inc. Architectural and Construction Services, turning your ideas into realities.
You ready? Let's go! Yeah! For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
Your future starts
here!
Mortaranos Roofing is a family-owned business established in 1986, celebrating over 40 years. We have completed over 5,600 roof replacements, repairs, and chimney projects, focused in Northwest Indiana and Southwest Michigan. Mortaranos Roofing has always put family, friends, and customers first in our mission to complete roofing projects with the greatest care and consideration as if it was our own. Give them a call today for a free estimate at 219-872-8246. Mortaranos Roofing, protect your past, present, and future roofs for you and your loved ones and your legacy.
Need a winning formula? We have one. Region Sports is powered by Pulse Technology, the official toner provider of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Captain Later back with you here at Crown Point High School. Chesterton's warm-ups slowly coming to an end. Like we said, that's the reason for the delay. We were originally a scheduled 4:30 first pitch. Chesterton didn't really arrive until just after 4:30, hence why we had the delay, and that's why you see them still on the field for their pregame warm-up. So hopefully we'll have first pitch here very shortly as we take a look now at the conference standings in the Duneland Athletic Conference. It's a really tight race at the top between these two teams, our two protagonists today. As the full standings look like this. You have Chesterton, who is 8-0 in the conference. Crown Point right behind them at 7-1. On their heels, though, is third-place Valparaiso, 6-2. The Vikings have already played Crown Point, but obviously we know what they're capable of. They're the defending state champions in 4A. Portage, 5-3. They sit in fourth place, followed by Lake Central, who is a preseason, one of the favorites in preseason in the conference. They're 4-4. LaPorte is 2-6 in sixth place, and then right behind them a pair of 0-8 teams tied for last. It's Maryville and Michigan City. Obviously, these are important games. A first of a two-game mini-series. These two teams will play today, and then they'll go and make the return trip to Chesterton tomorrow for the series finale. And what is slowly shaping up to be, barring some changes the final couple weeks, a likely de facto Duneland Conference title series, perhaps, between these two teams. Obviously, you have an 8-0 team and a 7-1 team, but also has some fun implications and will be a mini preview of state. Obviously, these two teams are in separate sectionals. These are two teams that are very capable of making a deep run into state. Crown Point will host Sectional 1 in Class 4A, which features Crown Point, Hammond Central, Hammond Morton, Lake Central, and Munster. Chesterton will host the Sectional 2 in the Class 4A, which also features, besides the Trojans, Hobart, Portage, Maryville, and Valparaiso. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll be very close to first pitch here between Crown Point and Chesterton. You're watching Baseball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
On-Site Generator Solutions is a locally owned and operated power partner for Northwest Indiana homes. With over 14 years of experience, they handle tasks such as generators, residential electric, plumbing, automotive care, and more. You can find them on Facebook. Give them a call at 219-516-6800 or search them up on the web at onsitegeneratorsolutions.com. On-Site Generator Solutions. Power you can count on, every time, everywhere.
With offices in Munster and Cedar Lake, Ethos Dental Group offers a full scope of general and cosmetic dentistry with expertise ranging from porcelain veneers to dental implants, crowns, and bridges. At Ethos Dental Group, you're assured that Dr. Mark Stojkovic and his associates, Dr. Emily Hansen and Dr. Brian Douts, utilize the latest in technology. Check out ethosdentalgroup.com or call 219-595-3432 to schedule an appointment. Ethos Dental Group, dental care you can believe in.
I was born, raised, started the family, and worked my nearly 30-year career in law enforcement, both as a local police officer and as an ATF agent, all here in Lake County. I promise to lead differently, restore the public's trust in the Sheriff's Department, and to build a world-class police organization that is focused on serving you. In this election, Lake County residents have a different choice, a better way. I'm Jason Gore, and I approve this message.
Located in the heart of downtown Indianapolis, the newly renovated Hampton Inn is within walking distance to over 30 restaurants and attractions, including Lucas Oilfield and Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Hampton Inn has much to offer, including a hot breakfast, high-speed internet access in every room, as well as a fitness center. Why wait? Make your reservations today. Call 317-261-1200 or make them on the web at hamptonin3.hilton.com. Hampton Inn, Indianapolis, downtown.
Meet Scott Miller, a lifelong Northwest Indiana resident. Scott has spent his career serving his community as a teacher, school leader, and superintendent of Hammond schools. Today, he serves as chief of staff for the city of Hammond, helping lead operations and guide decisions that impact local families every day. Known for tackling tough challenges and making responsible, honest decisions, Scott is ready to bring steady leadership to the Lake County Council. Scott Miller, responsible, experienced, ready.
At Blyce, we're used to having the athlete shop at our store.
Down, sit, put.
But sometimes they get carried away. Blyce, this is where the athlete shops.
Be sure to stay connected with all things Region Sports by supporting and following us on social media. We're always active on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, and online at regionsports.com. Celebrating over 25 years, we're proud to still be the only game in town. As you can see, the field has been cleared, which means we are ever so closer to first pitch. The starting lineup's about to be introduced here to the crowd, and a solid crowd on hand at Crown Point High School. The main portion of the grandstand nearly filled up at this point. A lot of excitement for this game as Chesterton is being introduced. 15-4 overall, 8-0 in Duneland Conference competition. Their offense has been red hot so far this season. Nearly 10 runs per game. Crown Point 15-2 overall, 7-1 in Duneland Conference play. Their offense equally as hot too, nearly 10 runs per game as well. These two sides meeting for the first time this season. They will play today here, and then tomorrow they'll play in Chesterton's ballpark after a season where they played two very tightly contested games in 2025. Crown Point sweeping the season series, but they won both games. The final score of both games, believe it or not, was 3-1. So that's two really tightly contested ball games. As Chesterton has been introduced, the visitors, as Crown Point will get set to take the field, followed by the national anthem here on site at Crown Point High School. Bulldogs had that red-hot start, a couple of tough losses as of late, so they're trying to get back to their winning ways here and have a golden opportunity to do so. Already a couple of Dunlin sweeps today. As Sean Dunlap gets a major ovation from the crowd as he takes the field. A couple of scouts in attendance as well that we were spotting pregame. So, opportunity for him to perform. Crown Point wearing the all-white uniforms, the white caps and the red brims that say CP. Chesterton rocking the all-black uniforms, black hats with the block C on the front with maroon numbers and letters. Chesterton is led by head coach John Bogner. Crown Point led and managed by the head coach Steve Strayer. As the starting lineups have been introduced, we now send you over to the public address announcer for today's performance of the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like you to please rise and kindly remove your hats and honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
We'll take a quick 30-second break. When we come back, first pitch between Crown Point and Chesterton. You're watching Baseball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Get Pulse technology on your team. Hit a home run with our managed print and copier services, IT and technology solutions, office furniture and design services, office supplies, scoreboards, and AV solutions.
Have you heard? Stratford Manteau was voted Best of the Region 2025 in several categories, including Best Caterer, Deli, Flower Shop, Food and Grocery Delivery, Fried Chicken, Place to Buy Produce, Place to Buy Seafood, Loyalty Program, and Grocery Store. We're proud to be recognized by our community, and we're committed to continuing to deliver the variety, value, and convenience you deserve. See for yourself what it means to be the best when you shop at Stratford Manteau.
Welcome back. There you see Logan Johnston completing his warm-up tosses 5-0 with a .83 ERA. This will be his 7th appearance on the year. The senior has tossed 25 1/3 innings of work. He's allowed just 3 earned runs. So he'll try to limit this potent Chesterton offense that has been averaging 9.7 runs per game this season. Zarnicki, Barrett, McClellan, Hackett, Kirkland, Bradford, Glassman, Redmond, Prater. The starting 9 for the Trojans. Once again in the all-black uniforms, maroon numbers, letters with a gold and white trim. And the black helmets and caps with the block C. Johnston ready, and away we go. A first pitch swing and a fly ball in a shallow right center field. Langen's charging in, and the center fielder lays claim to it. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that's how we get going at 5:15 local time.
The pitcher, number 9, Troy Barrett.
So we'll see pitcher on pitcher here in the first inning. Barrett batting for himself. And he has put together a really strong campaign. He's batting .448. That's 26 for 58 with a team-high 8 doubles as he takes a curveball for strike 1. He's driven in 15 runs on the season out of the 2 spot. And that one is taken for a strike. It's 0-2. Trojan offense has found a second gear since they've gotten in the conference, which is really rare. Normally you see offenses who dominate non-con and then slightly regress. Regress is kind of too strong of a word. They found a different gear, though. Their runs per game margin, as that one misses, it's a ball and 2 strikes, has jumped from 9.7 a game to 11.75 runs per game against Duneland opponents this year. So that's nearly a 3-run per game increase. Barrett fouls off the hanging breaking ball. Count still a ball and 2 strikes. First versus second place matchup here in the Duneland Conference on this first Tuesday in May. Johnston looking in, has his son. Fastball misses high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-handed pitcher, center of the rubber, out of the lineup. He fires a 2-2. A swing and a foul to the right of home. And it bounces off the backing of the third base stand on the softball field. Chesterton coming off of an 8-5 loss at home on Saturday against Northridge, which snapped a 12-game winning streak. You look out here. Barrett wears one in the back on a fastball, and it's the game's first base runner.
The first baseman, 19, Eli McClellan.
Eli McClellan, the first baseman, stands in. Another just really solid season. 351 at the plate. 19 RBI. Barrett, an aggressive lead off first, as a first pitch breaking ball drops in there for a strike. Chopper right back to the mound. Johnston goes for second one. Matusik on the first. It's a double play. A 1-6-3 inning ender wipes away the one-out hit by pitch. No score after half an inning. Crown Point bats for the first time on baseball night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
There you see the senior southpaw, Troy Barrett, who was hit by a pitch in the top of the first inning. The ace of this Chesterton pitching staff and the Duneland Conference leader in wins, earned run average, and strikeouts. He's 6-0 with a .81 ERA. And the strikeout to walk ratio is ridiculous. 53 strikeouts on the year to only 3 walks issued. And he will face a Crown Point offense that is averaging just a hair under 10 runs per game. 9.9 the figure to match. Again, the Crown Point lineup: Sheets, Matusik, Dunlap, Gaines, Long, Payne, Trapp, Langens, Zeronius. Trying to record their 8th conference win on the season. Good crowd on hand. There was a big roar, as you probably heard, after the double play was turned. The wind has also since died down as well, making it much more comfortable for all the fans in attendance. Barrett, similarly to Johnson, has only allowed 3 earned runs in his body of work this season.
Leading off for the Bulldogs,
here's Nathan Sheets.
Second baseman, number 2, Nathan Sheets.
Sheets batting .375 on the year. He leads the team in runs scored with 25. The sophomore stands in a very familiar spot. He's been great at the top of the order for the Bulldogs this year. And he takes a first pitch strike on the outside corner. Barrett, great command of the strike zone, so you know you're going to see a lot of strikes when you face the southpaw. There's a breaking ball chopped weakly to the left side. Kirkland, the third baseman, charges and fires a bullet to first base. And there's a quick 2-pitch out there recorded by Barrett and the Chesterton defense. Here's how they line up defensively for the visitors today. Cameron Campbell in left field, Zarnicki in center, Redmond in right. You already just saw Gary Kirkland make the play there. His left side partner is Ethan Glassman. His double play combination partner is Isaiah Prater. Eli McClellan at first base, and the catching done by Caden Hackett. Tuzik takes that one downstairs, ball 1. Hitting .413 on the season. No home runs, 6 driven in. As he got a piece of it, it's 1-1. Talk about the power in this offense. 13 home runs to the team this year for Crown Point, as the count quickly moves to a ball and 2 strikes. Barrett, third base side of the rubber. Out of the lineup, he fires. Backdoor breaking ball just misses upstairs. He began to walk around the rubber Got called back, and we'll get ready for a 2-2 pitch. Got him. Blew it right by him for his 54th strikeout of the season. And there's 2 away. And here comes Sean Dunlap.
The catcher, 23, Sean Dunlap.
7 homers on the year. He's driven in a team-high 29. And he watches ball 1. Left on right here, Barrett trying for a 3-down inning against the top of this Crown Point lineup. Here comes the 1-ball pitch. Off the hands, it's foul. 2 of the best the Duneland have to offer. Statistically, the best starter in the conference up to this point against arguably the conference's best hitter. Here comes the 1-1. On the ground to second base, Isaiah Prater collects, and it's a 3-up, 3-down first inning for Troy Barrett and the Trojan defense. It's a clean first. No score after 1. You're watching Baseball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Looking to buy or sell in Northwest Indiana? Trust the Nicola Group, one of the region's top real estate teams, delivering a smooth, client-first experience every step of the way. The Nicola Group, the trusted Northwest Indiana real estate team. Hey, no score after 1 inning. An unconventional 3-up, 3-down frame in the top of the first, which featured the inning-ending 1-6-3 double play. And then Barrett induced a 1-2-3 inning featuring 2 groundouts against the top of the Crown Point lineup. You see Logan Johnson just toss with one of the infielders trying to stay warm as they're waiting for Sean Dunlap to get the rest of his gear on. And then he will get ready to face Hackett, Kirkland, and Bradford. That's 4-5-6 for Chesterton on this Tuesday night, where big-time Duneland Conference implications, and also now you can get a sense of almost a state playoff-type atmosphere as well. It really starts to feel like the state playoffs are just around the corner with the sectional pairings coming out yesterday. So we know obviously where these teams are playing, but also who they're playing. Crown Point will host Hammond Central here in the opening game of the sectional. That's the sectional semifinal, sectional 1. The 0-1 pitch fouled off to the right side again by Caden Hackett, the catcher. And Chesterton will get a bye to the sectional semifinal. That's sectional 2 in Class 4A. They will await the winner of Maryville-Valparaiso. 0-2. Hackett off the end of the bat flies this one into right. Playable for Payne nearing the line. He makes the catch, and there's out number 1.
The third baseman, number 12, Gary Kirkland.
Here is Kirkland, who induced that ground ball in the bottom of the first inning, I should say. Getting credit for an assist there. Oh, that one nearly hits him in the head. Thankfully, he's able to duck out of the way. .300 hitter on the season. It's a Chesterton lineup and just an offense in general with 10 players batting .300 or better this year. He sends this one to right center field. Long run for Payne. It's over his head and will roll to the wall. Kirkland can fly around second, but he'll stop there with the one-out double. Great opposite field hitting from the sophomore. It's his 6th double on the year. And just a smooth approach to the backside of the diamond. And the right fielder, Carson Payne, really had no opportunity to catch that ball on the run. That's how well it was pieced up by the Trojan third baseman. Here's the DH now, Dylan Bradford. Another one of those 300 hitters, 357 on the year through 10 games as a senior. He takes strike one. It's a fastball. They go back to second. Dunlap nearly snuck it in there. Kirkland diving underneath for the tag of Matusik. Such a sneaky pack pick from second, and Dunlap's throw was so accurate. Kirkland, an aggressive lead off second, not being directly held on. Here's the 0-1. And one misses. For Johnston, that was just the 10th hit he's allowed this season. 1-1 misses out. And that was already in the first inning where he hit a batter for just the second time this year, too. Both pitchers have been so good with their command. Johnston, 9 walks and 2 hit by pitches on the year. 2-1 inside. I think it got him. And it did. They said it hit the forearm of Bradford, and now there's 2 aboard with only 1 gone. And they will appeal and say no swing as well on the check down to the infield umpire. So how about that? Logan Johnson entered this start with only 1 hit by a pitch on the season. Now has 2 through not even 2 full innings. Here is Ethan Glassman, the shortstop. And the senior hitting .380 with a team best 21 RBI. And he takes ball 1. Mentioned this offense just so dangerous, and they found that different gear since they've come into Duneland Conference play. Nearly 12 runs per game. And it's league opposition. Big swing and a miss. He evens it out. Kirkland off a second with the 1-out double. Bradford is on first. He was just hit by a pitch a moment ago. They go double play depth up the middle. Johnston's 1-1. A swing and a chopper to third. Long will go to third. Tagging the base there. Throw over to first. Not in time. Glassman legs it out to keep the inning alive.
The right fielder, number 3, Nate Redmond.
So scored at home, 5 unassisted on the fielder's choice. And here's now the right fielder, Nate Redmond. .353 on the year through 17 games played. With an OPS of .941. Long hold, and Johnston will step off. And will chase Bradford back to the second base bag. No one directly holding him on. The middle infielder is playing at normal position. Now Sheets, the second baseman, will creep on a 1-0. Swing a line drive. Left center field. Langen's going over, and he makes the catch on the run to end the inning. That ball had extra bases written all over it, but Brody Langen does a nice job tracking it down in the alleyway to end the inning. Chesterton strands a pair off the game's first hit. We go to the last of the second. Still no score. You're watching Baseball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I've received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
Mayor Pete Land and the Crown Point Pace Department are proud to support Crown Point athletics and say, "Go Bulldogs!" Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, providing the best in-city services, and encouraging smart growth. Visit Bulldog Park on select Saturdays for the Crown Point Farmers Market beginning May 23. Purchase wares from 70-plus vendors from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. through September 26. For more information, visit crownpoint.info/farmersmarket. After an eventful top half of the second inning, which saw a couple of runners reach base for Chesterton, Logan Johnston was able to escape, and now here comes Connor Gaines and the Crown Point offense trying to find its first base runner of the game. They went 3 up, 3 down, including a strikeout against the starter Troy Barrett out there for another inning of work. 54 strikeouts through 27 innings of work. Following that first inning K of Matusik, which is an average of 2 Ks per inning this season. That one misses off the outside edge, and the home half of the second begins. Rope the other way, down the line. That's a fair ball, and it bounces into the corner. Gaines on his way to second. It's a leadoff double. And he does a little shimmy as well after he picks up Crown Point's first hit of the game. For Gaines, that's his 5th double. Ty Matusik and Langens for the team lead in that category as Andrew Long, the senior third baseman, will step in. He's batting .354 on the season. He's 17 for 48 in 17 games on the year. Third baseman Kirkland playing in as the first pitch is cut on and missed. Strike one on a nasty breaking ball. Crown Point trying to bounce back on their home turf. The last time they played a home game, they suffered an upset loss to Portage, which is their only conference loss to this point. A 3-2 defeat back on April the 29th. And just to show you how dominant of a run they've had in the Duneland Conference, that's just their second conference loss since the beginning of the 2025 season. Barrett working out the stretch for the first time on the 1-1. That one misses away. Fastball missing high on the arm side. Lastman playing behind the runner. He's the shortstop for Chesterton. Corners playing in. Long sign and long hold from Barrett. And is 2-1. Misses away. Long's worked 6 walks this season. A very patient hitter at the plate. And the pitch. Inside, ball 4. Just the 4th walk issued on the season by the lefty Troy Barrett. And now in steps Carson Payne.
The right fielder, number 1, Carson Payne.
So we've seen 2 hit by pitches, which is something Johnson had not done this season in a game. And now we've seen a rare walk from Troy Barrett. I don't think people understand how tough it is at the high school level to have the volume of innings he does at this point and less than 5 walks. That was just his 4th on the year, but he bounces back nicely and gets ahead of the right fielder Carson Payne. 316 on the season. He's driven in 6 so far. He's got 2 runners on and still no one out in the bottom of the 2nd. Third base side of the rubber out of the stretch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. High fastball. Gaines, who led off the frame with that double into the right field corner. And Long, who just walked a moment ago on 5 pitches with a very aggressive lead off of first base. No one holding him on an 0-2. Swinging a blooper into right field, coming in and laying out and making a great catch is Redmond. He took away a base hit and possibly saved a run. Had a great beat on that baseball on a little bloop shot in a shallow right center field. And watch that route that he took. You just see him flying out of the right side of your screen. Loses his ball cap in the process, but more importantly, records a big-time first out of the inning. Here now is Connor Trapp, the first baseman. The junior hitting .304 on the season. He's driven in 5. Gaines leads off second, and the pitch. Strike 1 called on the fastball. They slightly shift him to the opposite field side as he goes down 0-2. Traffic on the base paths so far in each team's half of the 2nd inning. Can Crown Point capitalize, though, unlike Chesterton in this 2nd? No balls, 2 strikes. Time is called by the hitter. Here comes the 0-2. Little flare into right field. That falls for a base hit. Stopping at third is Connor Gaines. He had to make sure that ball was going to fall because it was hit in the direction of Nate Redmond, but now they're full with only 1 away.
The center fielder, number 3, Brody Langens.
Langens, who caught the final out of the top half of the 2nd, possibly saved a run on that sinking line drive, will step up. And the process, our first mound visit of the game. Caden Hackett going out there to give his southpaw a pep talk. Only 1 gone here. Bases full, including a pair in scoring position. Langens has driven in 14 so far this season. The corners play in as that first pitch misses high on the arm side. The 1-0. Swing and a miss on a fastball. That fastball's been staying up in the zone for the majority of this game so far for Barrett. Really trying to play his breaking ball off of that high fastball. Here's the 1-1. There is believe that's a changeup, and it's 1-2. Got the hitter way out in front of it. And now all of a sudden it's another 2-strike count here in this second inning. Can Barrett put the batter away, I should say. A 2-strike single from Connor Trapp a moment ago. A 1-2. Swing a line drive, foul down the left field line. 2.5 feet away from extra bases in the game's first runs. And I mean that plural because Long was easily scoring from second base on that ball. Instead, the count remains 1-2. Barrett working out of the lineup, third base side of the rubber. He has his sign and the pitch. Got him swinging. Got him to chase a high fastball out of the zone, and it's a big second out for Troy Barrett. Zeronius now looking to do a job, keep the inning alive, and more importantly, flip the lineup card over. He's done his job in the bottom of the order. He's driven in 13, mainly batting out of the 8 or 9 spot, and he fouls the first pitch back. No score, bottom second, 2 out, bases full. All started with that Connor Gaines leadoff double. He's currently sitting on third base. In a game between 8-0 Crown Point in conference play and 7-1 Crown Point, 8-0 Chesterton. First for second place in the DAC here tonight. The 0-1. Cut on a miss. It's strike 2. Fastball again. Now he's a strike away from getting out of the jam. Barrett looks in, has his sign, and the 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging. A Houdini act here in the second inning from Troy Barrett. Escapes a bases-loaded 1-out jam. And we remain scoreless through 2. You're watching Baseball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
IBEW Local 697 isn't just wiring buildings. We're woven into the very fabric of Northwest Indiana. We're your neighbors. Our kids go to school with yours. We stand in the same bleachers cheering for the same high school teams. When you hire a union electrician, you're not just getting the highest quality work. You're supporting our community. IBEW Local 697, proudly powering our own.
Sometimes the hardest part of improving your business isn't coming up with a great idea. It's knowing what to do with it. Chester Inc. Architectural and Construction Services is ready to meet all your industrial and commercial construction needs. Whether it's a small build-out or a complete construction project, Chester will design, build, and finance. Our team eliminates multiple contractors, providing you a single point of contact while staying within your budget. Chester Inc. Architectural and Construction Services, turning your ideas into realities.
Be sure to stay connected with all things Region Sports by supporting and following us on social media. We're always active on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, and online at regionsports.com. Celebrating over 25 years, we're proud to still be the only game in town. Isaiah Prater, the number 9 hitter, followed by the top of the order for Chesterton in a scoreless game on this first Tuesday in May. And if you are Chesterton, you got to feel great about how that last half inning went. You get base loaded 1 out. You're willing to concede 1 there. They had the double plate up the middle, and the corners in. So realistically, you're thinking, hey, ball in the air, we limit the damage to 1. Speaking of balls in the air, this is popped up to the right side of the infield, and it's claimed by Nathan Sheets for the first out. Instead, base is full with 1 out. Barrett records consecutive strikeouts to get out of the jam.
The center fielder, 23, Rob Zarnecki.
Zarnecki will step in. He flew out to center field on the very first pitch of the game. Leads the team in average this year, .574. With a team best 35 hits, 8 doubles, 6 triples, and 4 home runs. That all leads the team. He's tied for second in RBI. It's a high chopper left side. Long cuts off the shortstop, throws is high, and it pulls Trapp off the base. And Zarnicki is safe at first.
The pitcher, number 9, Troy Barrett.
We'll wait for the official scoring. Troy Barrett steps up with the runner on first. They ruled an error on the third baseman, Andrew Long. It was the right play for him to cut off the shortstop. He had the angle and the momentum going towards first. Just put a little too much on that throw across the diamond. Barrett, who was hit by a pitch in the first inning, steps up. And the pitcher trying to help himself out and buy him an early lead as we quickly near the middle innings of this one. Johnston out of the stretch. The pitch misses down. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. Chesterton trying to strike first here with that runner on first base and pick up a win here against Crown Point after the Bulldogs swept the season series a year ago. And the first of 2 scheduled matchups on the year between these two teams. Outside corner, that clips it. It's 2-1. Crown Point's already turned 1 double play in this one. Middle infielder playing that way as Barrett takes a called second strike, and it's 2-2. He's tied for the team lead in doubles on the year, Barrett is, as the 2-2 comes home. Swinging a high fly ball down the right field line. Payne giving chase, and he runs out of real estate. Ball looked like they had a shot to stay in the field of play, even if it wasn't foul ground. Just did not, kept on carrying. And the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Johnston shakes and checks on the runner at first, and Zarnicki's back in there safely. He's got 9 stolen bases on the year, which leads the team. Here comes the 2-2. Fouled straight back. Nice job by Barrett to stay alive. Right on right here, Johnston shakes the sign from Dunlap, now has his sign. Comes set at the belt, the 2-2. Swinging a chopper back up the middle. Sheets will take himself to second. On to first. It's a double play to win the inning for the second time today. 4 unassisted, 4-3 inning ender. And the 1-out error does not come to bite Crown Point. We go to the last of the third. No score on the Region Sports Network. The only game in town.
Catch all the action around the region. Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
Your future starts
here.
Mortaranos Roofing is a family-owned business established in 1986, celebrating over 40 years. We have completed over 5,600 roof replacements, repairs, and chimney projects, focused in Northwest Indiana and Southwest Michigan. Mortaranos Roofing has always put family, friends, and customers first in our mission to complete roofing projects with the greatest care and consideration as if it was our own. Give them a call today for a free estimate at 219-872-8246. Mortaranos Roofing. Protect your past, present, and future roofs for you and your loved ones and your legacy.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Crowd Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Crowd Companies have offices open from 9 to 7, Monday through Friday, and Saturdays till 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. There's Troy Barrett, who bounced into the inning double play in the top half of the frame, but has pitched 2 scoreless so far.
Leading off for the Bulldogs, the second baseman, number 2.
Will be the top of the order to go to work against him. Sheets, Matusik, and Dunlap, who struggled their first time through. That was a 3-up, 3-down first inning on sub-15 pitches from Barrett. Now the wind-up third base side of the rubber, the lefty deals. A swing and a foul to the right side of home. Sheets bounced out to Kirkland at third. His only trip to the plate today. So far for Crown Point, through 2.5, no runs off 2 hits. 1 error defensively. This is looped into right, but it hangs up for Redmond to make the catch. And there's out number 1. For Chesterton so far, no runs off 1 hit. They have not committed an error on defense so far.
The shortstop, number 7, Caden Matusek.
Here's Matusik. Strikeout victim in the first. Falls behind 0-1 here. So the first of 3 strikeouts so far that Barrett's recorded in this one. Here's a blooper in her right center and down for a base hit. Matusik aboard for the first time in this one as he records his 20th hit on the season. Third hitter overall for Crown Point, and now comes the big bat of Sean Dunlap. He's on the prospect radar for Major League Baseball if you go to MLB Pipeline. A couple of scouts in attendance as well, we saw in the pregame at least. So there's a little bit of added pressure as they'll check on the runner, a nifty move. But he's back in there safely. Team leader in hits, grounded out to second, his only trip to the plate in the first inning. They check again, he's safe. First pitch. Lay it on a fastball for strike 1. Tailed away from the right-handed hitter right as it was crossing the plate. And you can't give him anything in his swing path or else he will send it to a different county. But he falls behind here 0-2. Now to stretch, a little check again, and he's safe at first once again. Being very careful with the runner. 9 steals. Second on the team so far. As that one nearly whistles away. And said the count Now a ball and 2 strikes, and that runner stays on first base. One, two. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Good breaking ball from Barrett. And there's 2 down here in the third. His 4th strikeout of the game. Now Connor Gaines, who led off the last inning with a double, steps up for the second time. His 5th double on the year, tying the team lead, and they're being very careful of Matuzik, who's safe at first again. Left on right, the pitch. Runner bluffs the steal. He scampers back to first base as the fastball misses. Out of the stretch, 1-0. Fastball again, missing the outside edge. And the pitch count has climbed over the last couple innings. That second inning, faced 6 batters, including his just 4th walk of the season. 2-0. Missing downstairs. That runner giving him all sorts of havoc on the base paths right now, trying to get into the head of the pitcher, and it seems to be working. Command a little bit off here. To Gaines, who doubled off of Barrett in the second. 3-ball count with 2 outs and the runner on first in a scoreless game. It is a breaking ball that drops in there for a strike. Three-one. Cut on and missed. Another fastball. And just like that, the count is full. Barrett doing a nice job battling back here. Trying to leave a 4th runner on base. 3-2 with 2 away. A little check swing right back to the mound. Barrett collects it and will retire the runner. Gaines to end the inning. We've played 3 and we are still scoreless. A great pitcher's duel on tap here on baseball night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
With offices in Munster and Cedar Lake, Ethos Dental Group offers a full scope of general and cosmetic dentistry with expertise ranging from porcelain veneers to dental implants, crowns, and bridges. At Ethos Dental Group, you're assured that Dr. Mark Stojkovic and his associates, Dr. Emily Hansen and Dr. Brian Douts, utilize the latest in technology. Check out ethosdentalgroup.com or call 219-595-3432 to schedule an appointment. Ethos Dental Group, dental care you can believe in.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. Brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. Top of the 4th inning, and we are still scoreless. Crown Point out hitting Chesterton 3-1, but they have committed an error on defense.
The first baseman, 19, Eli McClellan.
It'll be 3, 4, 5, so the heart of the order for the Trojans. And it begins with strike 1 of McClellan. Bounced into that inning-ending double play in the first, his only time up. Here comes the 0-1. Flail at the bat. It just got a piece, but it's quickly 0-2. Senior first baseman, 20 for 58 on the year following the first inning DP. Here's another weekly at ball, and Chesterton handles the chance for out number 1. Despite the error, Crown Point's defense has dazzled today. They've turned 2 inning double plays in the first and in the third.
The catcher, number 7, Caden Hackett.
As Hackett will step up. Flew out to right field to lead off the second inning. Right out of the lineup. Line down the right field line, but it hooks way foul. Junior's put together a good year, 310 on the season, a home run. He's driven in 19, and that one misses. I'm going to guess probably inside based off where the catcher Dunlap received that ball. Here comes the 1-1. Outside. Three and 1. Chesterton in dire need of base runners here. As we move in the middle innings, then there's a foul straight back, and it's 3-2. Now the lineup here comes at 3-2. Swing a high fly ball, left field. Zeronius back, and it's over his head. It rests up against the chain link fence in left center, and it's a one-out double for Caden Hackett. Zeronius nearly made a great catch up against the wall in left center. And now Hackett will get the courtesy runner for him.
The third baseman, number 12, Gary Kirkland.
It'll be Logan Chestovich, who is the courtesy runner out at second base, a senior outfielder by trade. Kirkland, who doubled to right field in the second, steps up. Trojans trying to break the scoring seal in this one. Ball 1. Foul back. Hanging breaking ball. An opportunity for Kirkland to come through here. He has 13 RBI on the year following his 6th double. And he flies this one. Will stay in the infield. And backing up to make the catch is Connor Trapp for out number 2.
The designated hitter, 17, Dylan Bradford.
So here's Bradford trying to extend the inning. Big opportunity, the go-ahead runner in scoring position. Long hold in the pitch. Misses inside. We've got a scoreboard update courtesy of your neighbor at Track and Vance Hill Food Markets. Track and Vance Hill, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. LaPorte on the road leads Maryville 4-0 there in the second inning. As Bradford takes strike one to even out the count. Elsewhere, they're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Lake Central leads Portage 6-0. And once again, as a scoreboard update, courtesy of your neighborhood Strack and Van Til Food Market, Strack and Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away now, following the off-speed pitch in there. Johnson trying to get out of a jam, or a jam for him at least, which is a runner in scoring position. Happens on a rare occurrence against him. The 1-2. Swing a tapper up on the third base line, and it kicks foul. So Bradford has a new life. That ball stayed fair. He had good speed out of the box that he might have been able to leg it out for an infield hit to keep the inning going. Instead, the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 away. One, two. Got him swinging. Got him to swing right out in front of it to end the inning. And they strand the runner in scoring position. Halfway home in this one, and we're still scoreless. This is Baseball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
On-Site Generator Solutions is a locally owned and operated power partner for Northwest Indiana homes. With over 14 years of experience, they handle tasks such as generators, residential electric, plumbing, automotive care, and more. You can find them on Facebook. Give them a call at 219-516-6800 or search them up on the web at onsitegeneratorsolutions.com. On-Site Generator Solutions. Power you can count on every time, everywhere.
I was born, raised, started the family, and worked my nearly 30-year career in law enforcement, both as a local police officer and as an ATF agent, all here in Lake County. I promise to lead differently, restore the public's trust in the Sheriff's Department, and to build a world-class police organization that is focused on serving you. In this election, Lake County residents have a different choice, a better way. I'm Jason Gore, and I approve this message.
Stay with us after the game. We'll name the proud Union home play of the game, presented by Ironworkers Local 395. Ironworkers Local 395. To find out how you can become a Union Ironworker, visit ironworkers395.com. Last of inning number 4, and we are still searching for the game's first run. It'll be Long, Payne, and Trap. 5, 6, 7 for Crown Point.
The third baseman, 13,
Hit counter is 3-2 in Crown Point's favor. Yet the scoreboard still remains the same. Left on right, and it starts with a fastball high. Long worked that walk with no one out in the second inning, which really has proven to be the game's only true scoring opportunity for either side. Start off with a leadoff double followed by a walk too long. Payne flew out to right. Trapp hit a bloop single to load him up with 1 down. And then consecutive strikeouts ended the second inning with the bases loaded. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. A backdoor breaking ball that finds the strike zone to even out the count. Check swing foul. Count remains the same. That walk that Andrew Long worked was just the 4th walk that the starter, Troy Barrett, has allowed this season. Here's the 2-2. Missed high. That's strike 3 called. A fastball right in there. It's the 5th strikeout of the game for Troy Barrett. The first time he's sat down someone looking. And the leadoff man is retired for the second straight frame. Payne fouls the first pitch fastball straight back. He flew out to right field. His only time up in the second. Time is called. Barrett was just sitting there, and he still stays in that same position. Glove across his face, looking in for that sign. Third base side of the rubber. And that one is in off the hands, foul. And it's quickly 0-2. Here it comes. Fastball missing upstairs. Younger fans in the first couple rows making some noise trying to get in the head of the starter, Troy Barrett, who has been so effective so far. 1-2, an awkward swing, but he went around for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts begin the 4th inning for Troy Barrett. And now Connor Trapp looks to extend the frame. That one missing upstairs. Trapp worked that single in the second. And we talked about that second inning being the big scoring chance so far. There's a blooper in a shallow right center field. Here's another ball down the right field line, foul. That Nate Redmond played on one hop, but because Redmond earlier had made a diving catch on the fly ball hit by Carson Payne, both runners had to hold up to make sure that ball was going to fall, and if it was caught, they had to go back to tack. That's a fastball that whistles in there, and it's 1-2. Line foul to the right. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Barrett looks for his first 3-up, 3-down inning since the bottom of the first, where he only had 1 strikeout in that frame and induced 2 groundouts. But here he strikes out the side. The breaking ball finds the top of the strike zone. And Troy Barrett keeps this game scoreless through 4. You're watching Baseball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Blyce, we're used to having the athlete shop at our store.
Down, sit, put.
But sometimes they get carried away. Blyce, this is where the athlete shops.
Meet Scott Miller, a lifelong Northwest Indiana resident. Scott has spent his career serving his community as a teacher, school leader, and superintendent of Hammond schools. Today, he serves as chief of staff for the city of Hammond, helping lead operations and guide decisions that impact local families every day. Known for tackling tough challenges and making responsible, honest decisions, Scott is ready to bring steady leadership to the Lake County Council. Scott Miller, responsible, experienced, ready.
Mayor Pete Land and the Crown Point Pace Department are proud to support Crown Point athletics who'd say, "Go Bulldogs." Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, providing the best in-city services, and encouraging smart growth. Visit Bulldog Park on select Saturdays for the Crown Point Farmers Market beginning May 23. Purchase wares from 70-plus vendors from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. through September 26. For more information, visit crownpoint.info/farmers market. 7-8-9 due up for Chesterton as we're still in search of the game's first run. Foul ball. This is Ethan Glassman, who reached on a fielder's choice in the second. Chopped up on the third base line. Long charging throw on the run is down the first base line. Good job by Dunlap, the catcher, to back up the play. It keeps Glassman to first. I'm intrigued to see how that's going to get ruled by the official score because Glassman had a great beat off out of the batter's box and was hustling hard down the line.
The right fielder, number 3, Nate Redmond.
Here's Nate Redmond, flew out to center field. It is ruled an error on the third baseman Long. So they do believe an accurate throw gets him. Second error committed by Long today. Squaring a bunt, pulling it back. Dunlap, a snap throw to first, and he's safe. Just got the hand underneath there, according to the first base umpire. They check and safe again. Glassman, 2 stolen bases on the year as Redmond squares the bunt, pops it up, but it's foul. Every coach's heart sinks when they see a bunt get popped up like that. Because you know you're already giving up the out, but you want to give up the out so you can get the 90 feet. Just with the top of the order looming. Zarnecki's in the hole right now. 0-2. And the pitch. Outside. And try to get him to chase with a fastball. No bite from Redmond, who through 17 games only has 7 strikeouts. So the strikeout isn't a big part of his game. As he stays alive, that breaking ball that just left a little too much of the plate. Count still a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's a big strikeout, just the second of the game for Logan Johnston. And now here comes Isaiah Prater trying to do a job and flip the lineup card over.
The second baseman, number 6, Isaiah Prater.
Fastball for strike 1. Prater popped out to second base, his only trip to the plate. As the leadoff guy in the top of the third inning. Here comes the 0-1. 0-2. Fastball in there. Prater didn't look too happy, kind of shook his head after the home plate umpire made the call. Johnson center of the rubber, set with an 0-2. Downstairs. Tell he wanted it, though. He leaned over the heart of the plate. He did everything he can to hold up his swing, and he did with plenty of time to spare. 2-2. Off the end of the bat, grounded up the middle. Matuzik takes it himself on a first. In time, it's another inning-ending double play. The third of the afternoon for the Crown Point Bulldog defense. Despite 2 errors on the scoreboard, they have flashed the leather when they needed to most. It's still scoreless. This is Baseball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Located in the heart of downtown Indianapolis, the newly renovated Hampton Inn is within walking distance to over 30 restaurants and attractions, including Lucas Oilfield and Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Hampton Inn has much to offer, including a hot breakfast, high-speed internet access in every room, as well as a fitness center. Why wait? Make your reservations today. Call 317-261-1200 or make them on the web at hamptonin3.hilton.com. Hampton Inn, Indianapolis, downtown.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
From the printer tray to the field, Pulse Technology keeps us moving. For more information about the heartbeat of the Region Sports Network, visit Pulse Technology on the web at pulsetechnology.com. Bottom of the 5th inning, and we are still looking for a run in this game. 2 great pitching performances so far from Logan Johnston of Crown Point and Troy Barrett, who's still out there for Chesterton.
Off for the Bulldogs, the center fielder, number 3, Brody.
There'll be 8-9, followed by the top of the order for Crown Point. And it's strike 1. Langens was the first of those 2 inning-ending strikeouts in the 2nd inning. Which ended the threat of Crown Point scoring and, more importantly, right now having a late inning lead as that one is fouled back. A ball and 2 strikes is the count. Left on right, and the pitch. Breaking ball missing inside. Barrett, fresh off a 4th inning where he struck out the side. Here comes his 2-2. Missed high. He tried to climb the ladder with a fastball, couldn't do it. Three-2 is popped out of play. Ball 4 after going up 1-2. Lang does a nice job battling back to work a strikeout, or to work a walk, I beg your pardon.
The left fielder, 18, Nomiko Seronius.
Seronius is another strikeout victim. A bunt. Barrett off the mount, spins, throws, got him at first. Well done on both ends. Zeronius with a successful sacrifice. And the runner Langens, the go-ahead run at right now, moves into scoring position.
Baseman, number 2, Nathan Sheets.
Top of the order now in Nathan Sheets. First pitch, a breaking ball misses up and in. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Fastball, and he needed it too. But back, though, to the Zeronius plate appearance there. That was a critical at-bat where, we mentioned, in the second inning, he couldn't come through and extend the inning and drive in the game's first run, but he does the team job there in a situation where they needed it most. Sheets try to check his swing. They appeal, no swing. And the count moves to 2 balls and a strike. Sheets is 0 for 2. A ground out to third and a fly out to right field today. Barrett has his sign. Third base side of the rubber from the belt. The 2-1 is fouled off to the right. Sheets now in full protect mode here. 2 strikes. And that runner in scoring position. Runs obviously at a premium based off of what inning we're in and what the scoreboard currently looks like. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Barrett in agreement with Hackett on the pitch selection, and here it comes. Got him swinging. Oh, a beautiful off-speed pitch there. And Sheets is retired for out number 2. It's the 8th strikeout of the game from Troy Barrett. He is doing everything in his power to keep a 0 on the scoreboard, and now Matuzik will step up. A 1 for 2 showing so far in this one. Singled his last time up. And he takes a fastball away. And there's even more pressure really on Barrett to come through, because deep down in the back of his mind, I'm sure everyone in the first base dugout, that's where Chesterton's at today, knows who is standing on deck. In a spot with multiple runners on base, probably take a gander and think they don't want to face him. But right now, they're being careful to Matuzik, and he goes up 2 balls and no strikes. Barrett's already walked a batter this inning. The leadoff man, Langens, after getting up into a 2-strike count. Here comes the 2-0. In there for strike 1 on a fastball on the outside corner. And Barrett steps off. Great crowd on hand for this battle between the top 2 teams standings-wise in the Newland Conference. Chesterton 8-0 in league play. Crown Point 7-1. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Runner breaks for third. Pitch is fouled off. And now all of a sudden Barrett's a strike away from getting out of it. 2-2. And a foul into the third base dugout. It rolls. Matusik trying to come through with his second hit of the game. Doing a nice job battling Barrett. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count with 2 away. We'll see if Langens is on the move. He's got 6 steals on the year. He bluffs the steal as that one misses high and the count runs full. Sean Dunlap looming. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Bottom of the 5th inning in a scoreless affair. Barrett has his sign. Time is called by Matusik. You can hear this crowd trying to get into it. They'll erupt here if Matusik gets on. Barrett ready with a 3-2 pitch. Missed high. A great job by Caden Matusik to reach base. And now here we go with Sean Dunlap. And it's our first meeting of the minds in this one. While they confront the mound, we remind everyone that Mayor Pete Land and the Crown Point Pace Department are proud to support Crown Point Athletics and say, Go Bulldogs! Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, providing the best in-city services, and encouraging smart growth. Visit Bulldog Park on select Saturdays for the Crown Point Farmers Market beginning May 23. Purchase wares from 70-plus vendors from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. through September 26. For more information, visit crownpoint.info/farmers market. 2 on, 2 out. Barrett, who has been the statistical best pitcher in the Duneland Conference against its most feared hitter so far this season, and the catcher of Crown Point, the senior Sean Dunlap, who has been held to an unusually quiet 0 for 2 so far today. A groundout and a strikeout. Langens off second, Matusik off first. First pitch fouled, straight back on a fastball. Barrett not messing around. He was challenging the catcher, who he's bested twice in this one so far. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball missed high. Gut check time for everyone involved in this game. You can feel the tension and the nerves in the crowd. Runs have been at a premium because of the work that Barrett's done on the bump and his counterpart Johnston of Crown Point. Here's a 1-1. Swinging a high fly ball down the left field line, but it is way foul. And now all of a sudden it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Dunlap now shifts into protect mode. Here comes the 1-2. Fastball missing upstairs as they try to challenge him and change his eye levels. Crown Point, both runners reaching via walk so far. Dunlap has battled back in an even count here with 2 away. Left on right, here comes the pitch. Fouled to the screen behind home. What a great battle this has turned into here between Barrett and Dunlap. Dunlap steps back in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Bottom of the 5th inning, and we're still scoreless. Barrett has his sign. Third base side of the rubber. Lefty deals. A fastball away, and we're full. They do have third base open. But Connor Gaines, who already has a double in this game, on deck. And with really anyone in this Crown Point lineup, not normally a wise decision. Well, we'll see how they choose to attack Dunlap on 3-2. But first, Barrett steps off. Loads of drama in this one. First place on the line today in the Duneland Athletic Conference. Barrett shakes again, and Dunlap calls for time. Old school battle here, where the tension between pitcher and hitter grows with every moment. Here comes a 3-2. Fouled back, and we'll do it again. Both runners were on the move on the pitch. You'd expect them to be in motion again upon Barrett's release. Another 3-2. Swinging a pop-up straight behind home. Hackett can only watch it land on the main concourse. And once again, we will do another 3-2 pitch. Langens, who led off the inning with a walk, stands in on second. Matuzik, who worked the full count walk in the couple of moments ago, stands on first. A long battle here between Barrett and Sean Dunlap. And here comes yet another 3-2. It's on the ground to the right side. Gobbled up by Prater. He'll go the short way to end the inning. Barrett gets the better of Dunlap for a third time in this one, and we remain at 0-0 through 5. This is Baseball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Get Pulse technology on your team. Hit a home run with our managed print and copier services, IT and technology solutions, office furniture and design services, office supplies, scoreboards, and AV solutions.
Have you heard? Stratton-Manteau was voted Best of the Region 2025 in several categories, including Best Caterer, Deli, Flower Shop, Food and Grocery Delivery, Fried Chicken, Place to Buy Produce, Place to Buy Seafood, Loyalty Program, and Grocery Store. We're proud to be recognized by our community, and we're committed to continuing to deliver the variety, value, and convenience you deserve. See for yourself what it means to be the best when you shop at Stratton-Manteau.
Looking to buy or sell in Northwest Indiana? Trust the Nicola Group, one of the region's top real estate teams, delivering a smooth, client-first experience every step of the way. The Nicola Group, the trusted Northwest Indiana real estate team. So many chances for Crown Point. not as many for Chesterton, as each side still looks for the golden answer of who can cross home plate first. That's what it feels like. Whoever scores first is probably going to end up winning this game at the rate that we're going here. Top of the 6th inning, as you see Logan Johnston, the Crown Point starter, out there continuing to work. 5 shutout innings, 2 hits allowed. He's only had 2 strikeouts, though. He's really trusted his defense, which, if you exclude the 2 throwing errors made by the third baseman Andrew Long, has been great. They've turned 3 different inning double plays. In the first, in the third, and then again in the 5th inning. It'll be the top of the Chesterton lineup to swing it away here to start the 6th. Zarnecki, Barrett, McClellan. Kevin Malater with you, enjoying your company along with our entire Region Sports Network crew. Zach Zanelli, Martin Mario Jr., Chris Ramirez, Rich Castillo, Zach Miller, Mike Dwan on hand at Crown Point High School. And these 2 offenses that have been so dominant, averaging just under 10 runs per game this season, have combined for 0 so far through 5 innings, as Zarnecki takes ball 1. He's 0 for 2. A fly out to center, and he reached on an error in the 3rd. And he tried to check his swing, and he does. It's 2-0. Hour and a half into this one. We started late. First pitch was at 5:15 local time. The 1-0 was a breaking ball in there for a strike. Or beg your pardon, that was the 2-0 rather, so it's 2-1 now. Here it comes. Crosses the zone, it's 2-2. There was activity, and there still is activity brewing in the Crown Point bullpen. Chesterton has just gotten a left-hander up and warming in their bullpen down the right field line as the count now works at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So each side could be making a move here to the pen quickly as the 3-2 is rolled over foul by the Trojan center fielder. Here comes a 3-2. Outside. And it's a full count walk worked by Zarnecki. He's aboard for the 2nd time in this contest today. Time now for a scoreboard update, courtesy of your neighborhood Strack and Van Til Food Market. Strack and Van Til. Shop online for delivery or curbside pickup at strackandvantil.com. And we have a final score coming in from Valparaiso. The Vikings defeating Michigan City 11-1 in a Duneland Conference battle. And that scoreboard update is courtesy of your neighbor Strack and Van Til Food Market. Strack and Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. Troy Barrett batting here for the 3rd time. He was hit by a pitch and bounced into an inning-ending double play in the 3rd. So Valparaiso improves to 7-2 in the Duneland Conference. Meanwhile, Michigan City drops to 0-9, still searching for their first conference win of the year. First pitch to Barrett is a fastball down the middle for a strike. Tough sledding so far for Michigan City. They'll try to bounce back and earn a split in the rematch against Valparaiso as the button taps is pulled back on ball 1. Zarnecki leads the team in stolen bases with 9 on the year. not moving as the 1-1 is a pitch out, and the runner is safe at first base. They're being oh so careful with him, and I actually beg your pardon. It's actually a pinch runner in there for Chesterton. It's Sullivan Fleming on first base, the junior outfielder. So they are very aware that they are going to have limited chances. So take full advantage when you get them. Clearly seems to be the belief. That is too far, and it's 2-2. Fleming, meanwhile, has yet to successfully steal a base as that one is granted foul. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes to Troy Barrett. It's just the 10th appearance on the year for Fleming, a junior. He has scored 11 times, though. As the Trojans now double barrel action, and Fleming trips, but he dives back into first base safely. Here comes a 2-2. Strike 3 called. A fastball right over the inner half of the plate, and Barrett watches it. It's the 3rd strikeout of the game for Logan Johnston. And there's out number 1.
The first baseman, 19, Eli McClellan.
As Eli McClellan will step out for a coaches conference. And on the third base side, we remind you to stay connected with all things Region Sports by supporting and following us on social media. We're always active on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, and online at regionsports.com. Celebrating over 25 years, we're proud to still be the only game in town. McClellan, 2 groundouts in this one today. He swings away at the first pitch and fouls it back. Safe again at first as the pinch runner, as Johnston being oh so careful with him. Chesterton's had just 2 runners in scoring position today. As McClellan pops this one foul, just in front of the first base dugout, and it's quickly 0-2. Johnson ready. Here comes the 0-2. Misses outside. McClellan, a nice job. He read it through the entire way. Here comes a 1-2. Fouled back. He stayed alive. Dunlap couldn't squeeze it. As Dunlap now also having some issues with the communication device falling out of his ear. And now they're going to have to get this sorted. At Region Sports, we don't like downtime. Whether it's a championship drive or a game night print job, we trust Pulse Technology to keep the toner cartridge full and the process running smoothly. Pulse Technology, the heartbeat of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. While they work on the earpiece of Sean Dunlap, they actually ended up just taking the device away to expedite the process. So, old school. Got to get out of the signs from the dugout. You let the catcher call pitches himself. So it's a 1-2 count with 1 away. Fleming, the pinch runner, still on first. McClellan, the batter, on an 0-for-2 day, trying to find his way on base in a scoreless game. Here comes a 1-2. Outside corner, it's strike 3 called. And first base was occupied, so the runner, or the batter rather, McClellan is out. Fleming will take second base in the process. So now Caden Hackett will try to drive in the game's first run.
Number 7, Caden Hackett.
Didn't see a signal originally from the umpire at first. Anyways, here's Hackett, who doubled his last time up. And Johnston will step off and will request Dunlap to go out there and talk things over with him. And trying to make sure they're back on the same page and try to get the right set of signs, given now there's a runner on second base. Fleming becomes the third Trojan to reach scoring position today. They have not had a base runner find their way to third base yet, though, in this one. Crown Point has seen just 3 reach scoring position so far in this one, including one time on third base. As Hackett takes ball 1. A fastball in the inner half. Fleming an aggressive lead off of second, not being directly held on. Tuzik now creeps in on a 1-0. Swinging a ground ball that is foul, just off the first base bag. One for 2 overall on the day for the junior catcher of Chesterton. Here's a 1-1. Strike 2 on the pitch. Hackett tried to check his swing, but the home plate umpire was calling it either way. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Activity is halted in the Crown Point bullpen for the time being, as Johnston's a strike away from getting out of it. Here comes the pitch. Swinging a chopper, Johnston barehands it off the mound, and he makes the play to end the inning. They leave the runner in scoring position. We go to the last of inning number 6. Still scoreless. This is Baseball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
Northwest Indiana is home, and no one knows it better than Alex Nicola. Born and raised in the region, he's built a top real estate team focused on putting clients first. Visit the Nicola Group on the web at thenicholagroup.com. Zarnecki re-enters for Chesterton after being ran for in the top half of the 6th inning. It'll be Gaines Long Payne here in the 6th inning for Crown Point. We're still knotted up at 0. Cav Malater and our entire Region Sports Network crew welcoming you back to Crown Point High School. As a pair of teams who have combined for a 15-1 record in conference play battle it out for, as it stands, first place in the league, although there is a rematch scheduled for tomorrow night at Chesterton. Gaines is 1 for 2. He has doubled and grounded out in his time at the plate today. And the first pitch, fastball whistles in there for strike 1. 8 strikeouts for Troy Barrett. 2 walks in this game as that fastball looked pretty good, but it missed up. It's 1-1. Breaking ball misses downstairs. And just 3 walks coming into this one. He's up to 61 strikeouts on the season so far. Out of the windup, the pitch. Swing a ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. Gaines has his second hit of the game. He's now 2 for 3. And as it stands, the go-ahead run is on first base to begin the 6th.
The third baseman, 13, Andrew Long.
Long, who worked to walk in the second and struck out looking to start the 4th, steps in. Left on right again, the pitch. In there for a strike. Gaines, an aggressive lead. That pitch dancing off of first. Only 1 successful stolen base on the season. He dances again and will dive back in there safely. There's the 0-1. Runner goes, throw down to second base on a bounce, and it gets into center field. Gaines stays at second as both Glassman and Prater had trouble fielding the bounce from the catcher Hackett. And now all of a sudden there's a runner in scoring position and no one out here for Crown Point. Missed up. That's 2 balls and 1 strike. Long has driven in 11 runs on the season, but he cuts and misses there. Crown Point, at the very least, they're creating stressful frames for Troy Barrett and this Chesterton defense. Here comes a 2-2. He struck him out swinging on a fastball. The 9th K of the game for the lefty Troy Barrett. And now Carson Payne will come up to bat for the 3rd time.
The right fielder, number 1, Carson Payne.
Payne, a flyout and a strikeout in the scorecard for him today. As the crowd continues to get into it and try to get this offense over the hump and break through on the scoreboard. Fouled off first base side of the ballpark. Payne's at-bats coming in the 2nd and 4th innings respectively. And he flew out and struck out in that order. Gaines off second. Shortstop Glassman creeping behind him as Barrett comes set at the belt and deals. That one's fouled back. He just got a piece of that breaking ball. And it's quickly 0-2. This pitcher's duel has lived up to the hype so far. Johnston and Barrett going blow for blow. And these two teams meet again tomorrow, which is what's so fun about this one here tonight. Here's an 0-2. Swinging a foul, first base side, and out of play. So far, Crown Point, no runs off 4 hits. They've committed 2 errors. Chesterton, no runs off 2 hits. Yet to commit an error in this one. Barrett a long hold after he finally got his sign from Hackett and comes home. A swing and a high fly ball to right field. Redmond back. He makes the catch. Tagging from second, gains. Throw in is cut off by Glassman. And now a runner just 90 feet away for Crown Point. With 2 away, and it'll be Connor Trapp looking to do a job with 2 down. Good base running by Gaines to tag up. And will this be the day for Troy Barrett? If so, he has pitched a beauty. It was just to give him a quick pep talk. He's got 9 strikeouts in this one and has allowed just 4 hits. And with 2 out, you're facing the number 7 hitter.
The first baseman.
Extra confidence boost to get him through this one. Trapp does have one of those 4 hits against Barrett in this one. It was a single way back in the second. Gaines just 90 feet away. Out of the windup, the pitch. Swinging a foul straight back. If Barrett's able to escape, it'll be 5-6-7 due up in the Chesterton top half of the 7th. Hasn't happened yet, though. Here's the 0-1. Miss high, and Hackett just saved a run. And maybe saved the game for the Trojans right there. It's one of those plays that doesn't go on the scorecard, but you surely feel the impact of it. Next offering is cut on a miss, and it's 1-2. Can he escape again? Hardy's gotten out of a bases loaded jam. 2 runners on jam just an inning ago, and here comes a 1-2. Line, but foul. Another long inning. Trapp just trying to stay alive, if not driving in the game's first run, and it could be the winning run. 1-2. Inside, he went around for strike 3. And that will end the inning. It's the 10th strikeout of the game for Troy Barrett. And we are scoreless through 6. You're watching Baseball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Be sure to stay connected with all things Region Sports by supporting and following us on social media. We're always active on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, and online at regionsports.com. Celebrating over 25 years, we're proud to still be the only game in town. Well, this scoreless game moves into the 7th inning. The last inning of regulation, if you will. After Troy Barrett picked up his 10th strikeout of the game, it'll be Kirkland, Bradford, Glassman slated to hit for Chesterton against Logan Johnston. Because he doesn't have 10 strikeouts, has kind of flown under the radar, but has been equally as good and has gotten a lot better. Just 2 hits allowed in this one, and has escaped damage when he can and when he's needed to so far. Kirkland is 1 for 2 in this one. He's doubled and popped out. First pitch. Swinging a ground ball back up the middle. Sheets will backhand it, throws off his back foot, and it's dug out there by Trapp for out number 1. So Kirkland is retired, and now Dylan Bradford will bat.
The designated hitter, 17, Dylan Bradford.
Hit by a pitch in the second, struck out in the 4th. And he swings away and grounds that one hard. Charging in, Matusek throws on the run, is offline. And Bradford reaches with one away. Really tough play for the shortstop to try to make. We'll see if they rule that as the game's 3rd hit for Chesterton, and they will. So it's an infield single for Bradford. He's aboard for the 2nd time safely. And now here's Ethan Glassman. 0 for 2. He's reached on a fielder's choice and on an error in this one. First pitch, line drive, base hit right field. Bradford pumps the brakes at second. And they have attacked Johnston on the first pitch throughout the entirety of this inning. And all of a sudden, the go-ahead run for the Trojans is in scoring position. Well, they had 2 hits just entering the 7th inning. They have 2 hits in this half alone. Now here's Redmond, 0 for 2 in this one. This Trojan offense is trying to find its game here in the 7th inning. First pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Redmond last batted against Johnston in the 5th inning. It was a swinging strikeout. The number 8 hole hitter trying to come through. The 0-1. Down and away. In the dirt, it caroms away from Dunlap, and he has no play. The go-ahead run now just sits 90 feet away for Chesterton. On a ball that Sean Dunlap tried to backhand off the turf. Now a ball, any ball to the outfield, barring a great throw, should do a job. The infield plays in here for Crown Point. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. He blew a fastball right by him. Now the windup, here comes a 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fooled him with an off-speed pitch. And now the 7th inning comes down to Isaiah Prater.
The second baseman, number 6, Isaiah Prater.
Just the 5th strikeout of the game for Logan Johnston. And Prater will come out and we'll have an offensive conference here. No score, top 7, 2 away. First time Chesterton's had runners on second and third base. Prater's 0 for 2 of a pop out and a ground out. And he takes strike 1. And that ground out was an inning-ending double play to boot as well. Johnston working center of the rubber, out of the windup. Has his sign and comes home. Swing and a miss, strike 2, a high fastball. Now he's a strike away from getting out of this one. And more importantly, a strike away from giving his offense a chance to walk it off. Crowd readies for an 0-2. Swing a ground ball, weakly hit left side. Matusik charges in, throw on the run, he is safe! Chesterton strikes first in the top of the 7th. Prater lays out and beats the throw from Matusik. And we finally have a run. It's an infield RBI single from Isaiah Prater. Just his 4th RBI of the season. And it comes in what has been their biggest conference game of the season so far. And all of a sudden now the Trojans could add on. The lineup card flipping over. It's the top of the order man, Rob Zarnecki. 0 for 2, a fly out, but he's reached on air and he's worked a walk in this one. First pitch. In there for a strike on a fastball. Mind you, that brief delay was because Prater came up a little awkwardly following the head first slide in a first. 0-1, breaking ball down and away, it misses. Chesterton now all of a sudden 3 outs away defensively from a win here tonight. Here comes the 1-1. Cut on and missed. Good fastball location. Lower outer quadrant of the zone. And he's a strike away again from getting out of it. Here comes the 1-2. Hit hard on the ground and backhanded by Matusik, who bobbles it. His throw to first. That one's in time to get him. Just got Zarnecki by a step. And that will send us to the bottom of the 7th inning. But Chesterton gets the job done. They lead 1-0 and are 3 outs away from a win. This is Baseball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship, the best hands in the business.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
Welcome back, and we have a pitching change. And it's time to introduce the new hurler, which means we turn to the Enigenberg Exteriors Home Improvement Hurler for today, presented by Enigenberg Exteriors. And the really new relief pitcher is the center fielder, Rob Zarnecki. He has put together a solid relief campaign. This will be his 5th relief outing. He has yet to allow an earned run in 5 innings of work, 10 strikeouts to 4 walks. And he is 0-0 on the year. He will face 8-9 in the top of the order. And in replace of Troy Barrett, 6 innings of shutout baseball where he struck out 10. Mind you, Barrett, by the way, remains in the game. He's now out in center field. So they just swap positions here for the bottom of the 7th inning. Works out of the lineup in the first pitch. Layens takes ball 1. That's popped up right side. Prater drifts out in a shallow right, and he collects it with 2 hands for out number 1. Your final line, by the way, for Troy Barrett, 6 innings of shutout ball, 4 hits, 10 strikeouts, 3 walks. Did not hit a man. If this score holds, he gets the win. Zeronius takes a fastball high from Zarnecki. Barrett, 3 walks today. Most in a game this season. He only had 3 walks coming into this one. As there's a cut and a miss on a fastball, it's 1-1. Zarnecki's allowed just 1 hit in his 5 relief innings so far this season. The 1-1 misses high. Trying to become the 3rd different Trojan reliever to record a save this season. 2-1. Outside corner, it went too far. It's 2-2. Zarnecki 0 for 1, or Zeronius, beg your pardon, 0 for 1. Strikeout swinging, and then he dropped his sac bunt in the 5th. And here he goes down on strikes for out number 2 of the 7th. Lineup car will flip over, and Nathan Sheets tries to keep the game going for Crown Point. Well, Zarnecki's an out away from sending Chesterton to a 9-0 conference record. Breaking ball, pulled the head out for strike 1. Now the windup, the pitch. Inside, took something off of it again. Sheets 0 for 3, ground out, fly out, and strikeout in this one on a 1-1. A swing and a pop-up. Will the yard hold it in? Hackett gives chase. It lands on the top of the backstop and plops into the stands. But now Zarnecki and Chesterton a strike away from a win. Crowd trying to spark a rally. It's been a great crowd all day. Zarnecki has his sign out of the windup with a 1-2 pitch. Swinging a line drive caught by McClellan And that'll do it. Chesterton comes on the road and remains unbeaten in Duneland Conference play with a 1-0 victory over Crown Point. What a great high school baseball game that was. The pitcher's duel we expected to have, we got it, and then some. Hats off to both teams for a well-played ball game. But only one team had to win, and it was today, the Chesterton Trojans, who improved to 9-0 in conference play. We'll step aside for our final break of the night, some post-game awards to be handed out next. You're watching Baseball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
IBEW Local 697 isn't just wiring buildings. We're woven into the very fabric of Northwest Indiana. We're your neighbors. Our kids go to school with yours. We stand in the same bleachers cheering for the same high school teams. When you hire a union electrician, you're not just getting the highest quality work. You're supporting our community. IBEW Local 697, proudly powering our own.
Sometimes the hardest part of improving your business isn't coming up with a great idea. It's knowing what to do with it. Chester Inc. Architectural and Construction Services is ready to meet all your industrial and commercial construction needs. Whether it's a small build-out or a complete construction project, Chester will design, build, and finance. Our team eliminates multiple contractors, providing you a single point of contact while staying within your budget. Chester Inc. Architectural and Construction Services, turning your ideas into realities.
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, yo. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
Your future starts
here.
Mortorano's Roofing is a family-owned business established in 1986, celebrating over 40 years. We have completed over 5,600 roof replacements, repairs, and chimney projects, focused in Northwest Indiana and Southwest Michigan. Mortorano's Roofing has always put family, friends, and customers first in our mission to complete roofing projects with the greatest care and consideration as if it was our own. Give them a call today for a free estimate at 219-872-8246. Mortorano's Roofing. Protect your past, present, and future roofs for you and your loved ones and your legacy.
Welcome back. What a game this was. The pitcher's duel we were expecting to see when the starters were announced to Troy Barrett and Logan Johnston. And boy, did they deliver as always. Props to them. And you're going to hear these names real quick again in a moment when we hand out some post-game hardware. But these two teams are getting set to rematch tomorrow. It's an opportunity for Crown Point to bounce back. Then for Chesterton, an opportunity to get a sweep of Crown Point, which has been so hard for Duneland teams to do over the last couple of seasons. This was just the third Crown Point conference loss since the beginning of 2025. Meanwhile, Chesterton improves to 9-0 in conference play. Time now to name the Time now to name the Crowd Companies Lanternman superhero of the game. Crowd Companies, the insurance professionals. We usually do this one first. I don't know why I had the wrong page open in the note sheet. The Crowd Companies Lanternman superhero of the game tonight was Big Shock. We talked about the pitcher's duel. Troy Barrett, the left-handed pitcher from Chesterton, 6 innings of shutout baseball. He struck out 10 batters, allowing just 3 walks and 4 hits en route to his 7th win of the season. And another complete game showing for him. He's now up to 63 strikeouts on the season, and the ERA will only drop some more after he was already the Duneland Conference leader in earned run average of a .81. Entering this start, well, you added 6 innings of shot ball to that. It's going to drop some more. Here's the Crowd Company's Lanternman superhero of the game tonight. Now it's time to name the Boilermakers Local Blue Collar Player of the Game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374 and our Blue Collar Player of the Night game tonight. And those Logan Johnson, the starting pitcher for Crown Point. Boy, that's a tough loss to take there. You go 7 innings, you allow just 1 earned run. You only allow 5 hits. You only walk 1 guy. 3 of those 5 hits, by the way, came in the 7th inning against him too, and he comes away with the defeat. He pitched great. Obviously, the strikeout numbers less than his opposition Barrett, and 10 strikeouts will always speak out and always stand on a stat sheet. But, man, he threw a lot of strikes, induced a lot of quick outs, and used his great defense behind him to get a job done. Unfortunately, just the offense couldn't give him the run support he needed after what was a great start for him. Now time, and last but not least, for the Proud Union Home Play of the Game presented by Ironworkers Local 395. Ironworkers Local 395. To find out how you can become a Union Ironworker, visit ironworkers395.com. And tonight's Ironworkers 395 play of the game was the hustle on display from Isaiah Prater. 2 outs, top of the 7th inning, the winning run, or what would be the game's winning run on third base. And watch here, the great throw from Matusik. He dives, risks his body. He came up hobbled, as you see there on the far side of your screen, but it was all worth it to get that safe call at first base. He picks up a rare RBI for him as well, too. Just his 4th RBI on the year, but it came at a time where his team needed it most. And that is tonight's Ironworkers 395 play of the game, presented by Ironworkers 395, Union Strong. Well, at least your teams will regroup, reset, and we'll get back to work tomorrow evening. Well, they will get set to face each other in the rematch of this 2-game mini-series. Crown Point and Chesterton, once again, your final official line score. The Trojans of Chesterton, 1 run off 5 hits, no errors with 6 left on base. Crown Point, no runs, 4 hits, 2 errors. They leave 7 on base. The win goes to Troy Barrett. He improves to 7-0 on the year. While the loss goes to Logan Johnston, he falls to 5-1. Rob Zarnicki gets his first save of the season with his 1 inning of shutout ball featuring a strikeout in a game that was played in 2 hours and 6 minutes. The Trojans improved to 16-4, 9-0 overall in the Duneland Conference. Crown Point falls to 15-3, 7-2 in the DAC. That's going to do it for us, for our entire Region Sports Network crew, with Chris Ramirez, our executive producer, operations manager Rich Castillo, coordinating producer Zach Miller, and our sports director Mike Dulon. Special thanks to the coaches of each side. For Chesterton, John Bogner, Steve Strayer of Crown Point. To the ADs of each respective school, Chesterton's Jeff Hamstra and Bill Derula, a special thank you to them. Bill's obviously getting set to retire here in the coming weeks at Crown Point. And last but not least, a special shout-out to the viewers on the IHSAA Champions Network, regionsports.com, YouTube/Region Sports, and Facebook/Region Sports Nation. For our on-site crew here at Crown Point, our great producer, Zach Zanelli, and our camera operator, Martin Rio Jr., this is Cavalier saying so long from Crown Point, where Chesterton's victorious by a final of 1-0. We thank you so much for watching this presentation of Baseball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Tonight's broadcast is made possible by Strack & Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. Crowell Insurance Company, the insurance superheroes. Ironworkers Local 395, proud to be union. Four Seasons Mechanical, quality and comfort is our guarantee. Boilermakers Local 374, earn while you learn. Pulse Technology, leading the way in technological innovation for over 70 years. Visit Michigan City LaPorte, closer than you think, better than you imagine. IBEW Local 697, proud to support high school sports. Bricklayers Local 4, the best hand